Welcome on back to the Round Ball Podcast. We are missing the one person, Jordan Bohannon, because he's a real person now and doesn't. Every time he's like, "No, I can't." I'm like, "It is fucking 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. This man just played in Hawaii for 3 days straight, and he's hopping on a fucking our podcast right now. We got to have a talking with Jordan.
Yeah.
He's acting like you ain't busy. I'm not busy. You could say it about me. I am. Look at me though. I'm a grown up. By the way, look at this shit. This ain't Kool Aid. I'm a nice little wine here. All right, let's get right into it. Maui is it's gonna be over. Purdue and Marquette are playing right now. I do have to watch that a little bit, but first reaction, Maui. Is this your first time, Maui?
Yeah, no, this first my first time in Hawaii in general. But yeah, also first time for the tournament. It was crazy. Like just the field in general was nuts having so many good teams in it. Um, Definitely body is very sore. Body is extremely sore right now. Playing three back-to-back games, the last one being like 14 hours after you play. It was tough. It was very tough. We woke up at 5:45 local time today, but
Oh
it was, it was
shit.
it was a ton of fun. It was a ton of fun to be able to play against some teams, and very thankful that we were able to end it all 2-1.
Let me ask you a question because answer it however you want. But Duke lost to Tennessee last year. They seem very active with their hands in the lane. They seem like they fucking put they seem a little dirty. I'll say it myself, dirty. But they turned you guys over a ton. But they also like seem like their hands are always on the ball somewhere.
I mean, they are. I mean, they're a super physical team. Like that's what you're going to get out of Tennessee every year is a super physical team. Super good defensively, like super active, like you're saying. Like they got a lot of deflections, a lot of steals, and stuff like that. Um, but I think like when we did a good job. I think in the second half of doing a better job of limiting the turnovers. I think that's something that really got us versus Marquette, and something that we tried to limit in the Tennessee game because we knew like as long as we're getting shots consistently and not just turning the ball over and giving them free transition points, our half court defense is good enough to to contain a lot of people. So that was big for us to try to limit those turnovers.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna get to the Marquette game after. But yeah, I coming off a loss to that, everyone, no joke. It's so crazy. It's crazy. You are so annoying, by the way, that I know you because I become a Kansas fan. Like I'm a Duke fan, but I'm watching Kansas and I'm fighting with people online, being like, "Oh, Kansas! You lose one game, Kansas is frauds." Like their bench isn't this isn't this isn't this, and then you beat Tennessee, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, maybe they are." And it's like, dude, you can have a bad game. Like, also, this is the fourth game, fifth. What was Marquette? Was your fourth game? Fifth,
I
maybe
think
fourth
I,
or fifth?
I think we're 5-1 right now.
Yeah, so that was your fifth game, right there. So like, uh, your rotation, you don't even know your full rotation yet. Like you're still getting
Yeah.
used to playing with all these got different guys. It's like people don't realize this is what basketball is. And I saw so many tweets being like, "Oh, maybe Kansas aren't frauds." Like, "Nigga, you fucking think, dude?" And I can't stand it. And then now you're on a bigger school, so I have so many other people I'm dealing with for you. It's exhausting being a stand for you, by the way.
I know, yeah, no. I mean, a lot of people like to see my downfall. So, a lot of Twitter fan bases came together after the Marquette loss. But I mean, for us, we're a very young team. I mean, going against Marquette, they got their starting lineup is three seniors and two juniors, and they all came back from last year's team, and they got an experienced bench. And for us, it's like we got we got three vets and then me, a newcomer, but the rest of the team is a bunch of new guys who are pretty young, and so just getting them used to high Division 1 basketball. That was only their second real game of high Division 1 basketball,
Yeah.
and so they're still coming along, and I think we have so much room to grow. The best days are definitely ahead of us. once we get our young guys, up to speed, I think we can be really dangerous. Today, I think we kind of showed that, like, where we get contributions from, some of the bench players, and it was super key. Like Jamari, I said in one of the interviews, like I think he was the X factor today. Just the way he guarded, the way he shot. He made a big three for us, made some big free throws. I think he was definitely the X factor. And so, just getting more contributions from our bench, getting guys more up to speed. I'm like, obviously we were disheartened by the loss because obviously any loss is not good, but it was also like, we're fine, we'll be okay as long as we just keep getting better and better. That's what coach said, just making each loss, if you get better from it, it's okay as long as it doesn't happen again. So just not trying to stack those losses. That's why today was a big win for us.
Let me tell you that you don't have to comment, but I love seeing Self go after people. Self went after what him and Shaka got into it. Self also went after the guy that I go after all the time, Robert Hayes today. He was let me tell you, I think Bill Self's feeling pretty he's getting I think his heart's feeling a little better now. He's getting back into his old ways of giving it to people when they deserve it.
Well, I mean, when you got a Hall of Fame coach like that, I feel like when he gets that upset about a call, I feel like he's usually got a point more likely than not.
I
With
agree. That's honestly what I thought too, because you don't see him get that, like, excited. You know what I mean?
yeah, like I feel like he's not one of the coaches that's just gonna yell for anything like or for any little ticky tack stuff. But um, you know, I got faith that he's got some good eyes though, where if he sees something that the refs might have missed, uh,
100%.
he's wrong.
You were saying that after you lost to Marquette, a lot of Twitter fan bases kinda came together and were going after you. You beat Tennessee. Did you what who was the first person that told you that Samuel L. Jackson was tweeting about you?
You might not like this, Marty, but it was somebody from the field of 68.
No!
They
People
came to
texting
me.
you?
No, because Andy Katz interviewed me after the game, and then they were like, "Did you see the Samuel L. Jackson tweet?" Here, I was thinking like maybe it was something good, but no, it was about me, potentially flopping allegedly. But yeah, I mean, that one was kind of hard because it's kind of hard to really give a reply to that one. Like how many things can you really find out about something
I
like that?
think we should cook one up right now.
It's tough. It's tough. I thought about a couple things, but I might just kind of have to bite the bullet on that one, honestly. But like I saw a lot of people telling me I flopped in the game. I really don't know. Like I was trying to remember the instances. There was only one instance, and that was kind of the Dawn Connect where it's like we got tangled up, and personally, I felt
Yeah, I
like
saw that, yeah.
grabbed my arm in a way where it was warranted for me to fall down. But like a couple of the other ones, I feel like two of them I dove for the ball, so I wasn't flopping. And then the other time I hit the ground, I got pushed by like three different people. So I don't know how that one was a flop either. But I think there was one, the one that I was talking about with Dalton. I feel like that was the only one that people could really say I was flopping in.
It's also like you are 7'2". Like, it's not easy for you to flop, you know?
Yeah, and like, well, I mean, I like again, people, I do begin hacked at now. Like, I do begin.
Well, that's what I actually wrote a blog about you about this, and I was like, if the refs really wanted to, could almost call a foul against the other team every time you get the ball down low because they
Yeah,
hack you every time, but you can't do that. It's almost like the Edie thing, you know?
yeah, that's
Like,
what I was about to say. Like, I mean, just watching Zach Edey, he probably gets fouled. I mean, and like, I mean, I'm victim of it too. Like, they just let you get a little away with a little bit more when you're guarding him. Like I did the same thing. Like, they would allow you to push him a little bit extra than normal people. Like, the one foul I had today versus a Tennessee guy. Like, if I did that to Zach Edey, they're not calling that foul. And so, like, people do get away with a little bit extra versus him. And so, like, that is a real thing. Like, I will say like that.
yeah.
I, like, just watching him out there, like in the games, he does get fouled like pretty much every possession. I'm not gonna lie, but like,
I was hoping you won so you could play him again today because that would have just been funny.
I know that would have been a good matchup, but I mean, it is pretty impressive how he's able to play through all those, like all the extra bumping and stuff like that. He does a really good job of playing through, like the extra bumps and everything. I do commend him for that.
But we're getting away from Samuel L. Jackson. I told Samuel L. Jackson that I'd fucking fight him for you. I'll fight. I'll fucking go on. I'll fight any snake on a plane for that motherfucker. I'll go after him. That's what I was telling you. You should do. You should reply being like, "Listen, I'm not coming after the guy who killed all the snakes on the plane." Like something like that. Like it's
Yeah,
a
I
hard
mean,
response. You're right because you. I thought it was when I first read it. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good tweet about Hunter." He's like, "Oh, this motherfucker's flopping."
I know that I know it's kind, but it's kind of tough. I'll let Samuel have his moment, but if you just see all the replies, it's all like Kentucky, Michigan State, Illinois, Marquette. Just it's a lot of fan bases coming together to rejoice. But I mean,
But dude, can you
it is
just
what it is.
like think about this? Let's just be honest. Two morons talking right now. Well, just two guys that are just I'll call myself a moron. You're kind of a moron too, in my own sense of friends. But like Samuel L. Jackson's watching you on his couch.
Yeah. I was
That's crazy.
the tweet I was gonna tweet. I was like, all publicity is good publicity, man. I can't.
That's good publicity. That this guy, the Samuel Jackson, one of the biggest, like one of the most famous guys in the world, is just watch it. This Dickinson guy, like
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know. I know. No, you're exactly right. So you got to take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. I listen. If I remember when John Morant tweeted about me, I was ecstatic, and he was calling me very mean names, but I was okay with it because it was John Morant. This is one of the best actors ever. Um, but yeah, so to the Marquette loss real fast. I think it was, in my opinion, as an outsider, you know more, you were in the game. Turnovers are a big thing that's kind of you guys been turning the ball over a little more than you probably want um as of recent, right? Hunt is on mute.
Yeah. I think honestly that probably was like the biggest thing that we kind of needed to fix in that game was the turnovers because not only is it not a shot for you on the offensive end, but it usually leads to some type of transition on the other end. So for us to limit that would have been big, and I think that kind of really hurt us when it came time to try to win the game. The turnovers and then just not getting stops when we needed it. Those were probably the two biggest areas that we kind of lost the game because in overall I thought we played decently well. Like I thought we competed pretty good versus them, but I think we were just playing a little. We just made too many mental mistakes.
Dude, even today, like you still kind of beat up on Tennessee and you still had turnovers. Like you limit some of those turnovers. I don't see how you guys lose. And you know what I want to Dajuan Harris. He should shoot more. He's got a good shot.
He does have a good shot. I mean, a lot of people want him to shoot more, but that's just how Juan is, man. Like he truly is just a guy who's trying to make. He doesn't care about any of the spotlight. He just wants to see Kansas win, and it's incredible to see a guy like that because he like man, he doesn't really care about any of the stats or any of the glamour or any like accolades like that. Like if he wanted to, he could go out there and try to average like 14, 15 points a game, but that's just not who he is. He's a guy who just wants to make the right play every time and try to get his teammates involved. It's super special to see, and I'm obviously very
You're
glad.
you're grateful for a guy like that who's gonna get
Yeah,
you the ball all the
yeah, no,
time.
exactly, absolutely.
Dude, I mean, but also in the Kentucky game, he showed like if you're not gonna cover me on a three, I'll just take it right in your face, and he made like four in a row.
Yeah, I mean, like he can shoot. The reason why people go under is because like he's so good with the ball, you don't want him getting downhill.
Yeah.
But he's more than capable shooter.
How has it been like kind of getting adjusted to like being in the Kansas spotlight and like Michigan, no matter what you can say about Michigan, it's like the Kansas spotlight's way bigger than the Michigan spotlight. Has it been different? Like it has it been a little like I mean, you put your dick on the court and against Kentucky.
Ooh.
So
That's a big putback.
you
Zach.
watching Purdue?
Yeah, no, Zach Edey just had a huge putback with like 17 seconds left.
What's the score here?
They're up 3 with 10 seconds left. Oh, Tyler Kolnick. Oh, just missed it. I think the ball
Oh
game.
no, up 3.
Yeah, no, I think it's over now.
Did it end
So,
at 3?
yeah, he missed the 3. That was I don't know how
But
did he
it
get that?
ended at 3 points.
No. Well, they just fouled Purdue, so Purdue's on the free throw line right now. Dang, I don't know how he got that.
Fuck. The way you just fucking described that to me when I'm not
I know.
watching,
I'm sorry. Well, like
I know you're not thinking about it, but some other people are thinking about it.
he got another rebound. Oof, they missed. They missed the free throw, and then Edey got the rebound. They could have went down and tied it up. But
Can you
yeah, no, like
stop announcing it like this? Tell me
sorry.
what's going on.
So Mason Gillis got fouled. He missed the free throw. Zach Edey just got the rebound, so they fouled him again. So on the line, and he smoked it. Oh my gosh, that one hit the backboard.
He missed
4,
it.
3, 2. Oh my gosh, no way. Oh, that was a terrible shot.
Over.
Yeah, over. Purdue won by 3.
Bang. But yeah, back to the spotlight. It is a little different, right? Like how many? It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. People
Oh
cared
yeah,
about you
totally.
a ton at Michigan. Now at the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, we had great fans at Michigan, and the Michigan Twitter fan base is
Huge,
ginormous.
huge.
You know, and thank in large part for the football team. Whenever for this when Ohio State Michigan play, the Michigan Twitter fan base is ginormous. But yeah, I think the Kansas basketball one is very large too, and it's just um, the spotlight is definitely on there because you have a Hall of Fame head coach. You got 6 national championships, a blue blood. There definitely is a lot of spotlight on it, but it's unique. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty used to it because I feel like I'm usually in the spotlight for some good, some bad. But
Yeah, yeah, you are. You are.
but it can be unique for the young guys, coming from high school and stuff, not being used to it. But for me, I think I'm pretty used to it.
Let me ask you a question. What's what's going on with the 3-point celebration? I think you're 8 of 13 so far. I want to say you're around 8 of 13, which is insane as a
Yeah,
big man.
yeah. No,
Um,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I am, but I, I I
what's
I did retire the 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 3 point
BDE?
celebration, the BDE. But when the Kentucky game happened, the Michigan State fans were all there, and they were cheering for me. So I felt like I just had to give them, one last celebration. It just felt right at the end of half.
You were pretty calm in Maui. Like you did your 3, like a quick
Well, yeah,
3.
because I did retire it, and I did hear a lot of guys, a lot of people actually asking for it from Kansas, and so I was like, man, maybe I should bring it out one time. But then once I saw the Michigan State fans there, I was like, it's only right. I feel like.
Listen, we all know it's coming back. We all know in a big game that shit's coming out. I'm glad though. You look like you're having fun at Kansas. Like you literally look like you were having fun at Michigan too, but you look like you're yourself there. Like you haven't changed one bit, which is cool to see. Because sometimes some coaches do change you. It seems like Self hasn't changed you at all. It's just like you're just playing your game at a higher level.
Yeah, no, he definitely lets me go out there and play my game, but I am having a lot of fun this year. I think in some stretches last year, the game might have not been fun. When we had had a couple droughts with wins and stuff like that. It can be really tough in college because of social media and all that stuff. It can be tough when you go on a losing streak and things aren't going the right way. And so now that we start off the season 5-1. Vibes are pretty good right now.
All right. So now a couple selfish questions until we leave.
Okay.
First selfish question. You got a lot of spotlight here, Hunter. Is any Martin Mush going to be mentioned in any interview?
Yeah, you may try to weave you in there somehow.
I feel like you can weave me in. Let's see. Let me take a look at your schedule real fast. I feel like on one of these ESPN, you could do like, hey, PFT did it for Rico Bosco on there.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw that?
Oh dang, I mean, today would have been the day, honestly, if you would have.
Oh, if you beat UConn, today was the day. But if you
Today
beat
was the day,
UConn,
but if we beat UConn and they interview me, if we beat UConn and I am, it might not be on ESPN, but if I
it's
get,
on.
well, I'm saying like whenever I get interviewed, if it's on ESPN or to just the media in general, I will shout you out. I'll agree to that one because
See,
that'll
champ.
mean that we beat UConn. So I will leave you in there. Maybe
Yeah.
remind me right after the game, like right after the game. Give me a reminder. But
Well, isn't it after the court? On the court?
I don't know if they might not interview me after the game. Like
Depends how you do.
yeah, like I might be like Kevin McCullough might get another triple double. So
Yeah, I love him. By the way, he jaws at the ref too. I love that he plays like me. I love that guy. Kevin McCullough. If you ever talk to him, tell him I love that guy.
I'll tell
He's
him.
a
Let
he's
him.
a great player.
I'll let him know.
He's a great player. I've always liked him, and I've came around on Dajuan. He's a good point guard. Now he's I'm rooting for him. I like him. Second thing, right now, I think we should invite Samuel L. Jackson to hash out this flopping nonsense. Imagine me, you, and Samuel L. Jackson on round ball.
I know. I would like to hash this out with Samuel. I feel like we can find some common ground. Unless he's just like, unless this is built up, then I guess he might just be another hater at that point. But I don't know. We'll see. I feel like we can hash things out.
Yeah, all right. So this is an official invite to Samuel L. Jackson. And let me tell you, it really fucked me up. Samuel L. Jackson. The two L's at the end really fucked me up. But this is a formal invite for Samuel L. Jackson to come on the Roundball podcast to I want to hear his grievances about flopping, and listen, there's some floppers out there. My guy Hunter is not a
No,
flopper.
I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I'd even flop this game. But like, maybe if somebody wants to tag me in a video,
I
like
had dude pick Central. I had a fucking Kentucky fan. I had to have like a legit conversation with the guy, being like the guy literally was being tugged on in Kentucky. You did.
bro,
I said,
oh my gosh, the Kentucky game, he was near me the whole time. He had
yeah,
two hands on my back, and so the ref was literally like, "Yo, the next time he does that, I'm gonna call it." I was like, "Okay," and so then he starts doing it. I'm like, waiting for him to call it, and I'm like, "Okay, well, like I'm just gonna I'm not gonna let him just keep foul." Like again, I was going back to Zach Edey, like always getting fouled. Like it can get frustrating if it's just like every possession, and you feel like I don't know, it's just
it's as a big man, it's definitely frustrating because guards, if when they get hit, their whole body is flies. When you
yeah.
Hey, oh, also, you got to shave your shoulders. You got hairy shoulders on national TV.
My shoulder.
Shave your back of your shoulders.
I have to look. Check that out after this.
Yeah, we got you. People watching you. Samuel Jackson, like, who's that hairy shoulder bastard?
Um,
He's looking right now.
I'm gonna look after this. I'm gonna look after this.
All right, last question before we go. The three, you're honestly the one thing that I have realized that's a lot different of you this year. You were doing three. You were shooting threes last year, but your release point and like you're shooting it fast as fuck, and it's great. Like your pop up two today, like from I think it was from the shoulder. I don't even know where it was from. But you're seem way more confident in your shooting abilities this year.
Yeah, I do think. Like, I mean, I put in a lot of work in the gym, and so it's like, it's good to see, like the hard work pay off. But I try to make sure like I'm not taking wild 3-pointers. Usually, they're within the offense and pretty wide open. So, like I just try not to force it, and I feel like when you're taking good shots and you put in a lot of work, it's kind of like I'm not surprised. Like
Not
I wouldn't say,
surprised because you worked hard for it.
yeah,
I was right, 8 to 12. Yeah, I am in a basketball league, and I got to show you some of my tape. It's not great. it's real. It's really my shooting is a little tough, and this ref's fucking up my ass 24/7. But yeah, all right. That's I want to let you listen. You're in fucking Maui. You're in Honolulu.
hallelujah.
Honolulu. I've never been to Hawaii. I think I might go there for my honeymoon. By the way, you gonna come to my wedding or what?
When is it?
It's in 2025. I'll let you know the date.
Oh yeah, okay.
You'll come?
Yeah,
All right.
as long as it's not like in like January or February.
No, it's not.
Yeah, like as long as it's not like in the right smack middle of the season.
Well, 2025, you're not going to be in college anymore.
What year
even
is
if
it?
you,
23.
even if you
Honestly,
came back, you can't go be in college, man, right?
I
Oh
mean,
no, you can.
technically, I could.
Yes, yeah, you have one more year. That is 2000. Wait, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. This will be
yeah.
2024. You could be. Yeah, you technically can.
Technically, I could.
That's
Technically.
true. I take that back. We're doing no decisions on this year. We're not even hinting at shit. It's just we're playing basketball for Kansas. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. You got a stretch of who do you got next? November.
Ugh.
You got Eastern Illinois on Tuesday, and
Yeah,
then
and the big one on this like December 2nd or something, December 1st.
December 1st. Yeah, then that's the Martin Mush Big East Big 12 battle. I'm going to Duke, Arkansas, so I'm
Yeah,
missing my
okay.
championship game. It's going to be tough, but listen, I'll go fight Samuel L. Jackson, rough and rowdy. I will defend you. I don't care if people say I'm dick riding. I don't give a fuck. You're my guy. I will die for Hunter Dickinson. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell everybody that right now.
thank you.
You got your round ball jersey?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's in my car.
Okay, you got
It's
it.
actually a nice jersey. I'm not gonna lie. It's a
It's a
nice
pretty
jersey.
nice jersey, right?
It's a nice jersey.
Show me outside. Let me see what it looks like. Does it look nice?
Oof. Yeah, no, I mean it's not a bad view. Hold up. How do I flip the camera here?
Fucking
Oh,
guy's
yeah,
gonna
I can't.
duck to get in his balcony.
It's not bad.
Wait one sec.
You see
Don't
it?
freeze. I want to see the fucking thing. Oh,
Not bad.
oh, that's beautiful.
I know you got the pool down there.
You gonna go
Gonna go
swim
down
around
that
or what?
slide right there. I'm going down that slide right after this. That one
Oh,
right
I
there. I'm
love
going
that you're
down that.
still a 4-year-old because I would do the same thing. That slide looks fantastic. All right, Hunt. Well, I miss you.
All
I'm
right,
glad
Marty.
you did well. 2-1 in Maui is great. Uh, Chaminade, you guys really fucking slowed it down a little bit for Chaminade, but hey, they had some shooters on that team. Um,
Yeah, no, they weren't bad.
they weren't bad at all, to be honest. But yeah, that's the show. That's a little Maui inside. We'll have Hunter back after probably after UConn or whatever, but he'll hop on when he can. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you next week.